This is one of those sovereign citizen situations where all I can think of is pathetic, where you can watch the officer literally breaking the subject down as the car stop progresses into his handcuffs.
Hello.
Hi.
Deputy Clark, Lake County Sheriff's Office. Got your license on you?
Your light on my, please.
You got a license with you?
No, I don't.
Do you have a valid license?
I don't travel with a license, though.
So you don't have a valid license?
I don't travel with a license, though.
Interesting word choices. I don't travel. When you hear to travel, you're starting to think sovereign.
So, do you have a registration for the vehicle?
Yeah, I mean, the vehicle's registered.
If you look at the female's body language, we do that all the time. Look at the passenger, the biting of the nails, the looking back and forth, the shifting of the eyes. She will tell you a lot about him by just watching her body language.
Okay. Can I see the registration, please?
Yeah, we can pick it up.
What is your first name, sir?
My first name is Brett.
And what is your last name, Brett?
My last name is not relevant.
It is relevant.
Okay, we got a sovereign for sure. 3 times request for the name, no response, and these long pauses. I'm thinking danger first. Is this potentially a person who might have a warrant and doesn't want to tell me, and a sovereign, but definitely on down the sovereign route, so red flags all the way up.
It is relevant. This is a traffic stop. So, go ahead and identify yourself now. I'd rather not do the whole jail spiel. But do you mind giving me your first and last name and your date of birth, please?
My first name is Brett.
And your last name?
My last name is PV.
PV. And what's your date of birth, Brett? And do you have a valid license?
I don't know. I don't travel with a license.
Okay. Have you ever had a valid driver's license?
Yes, I used to have a valid driver's license.
Okay.
Do you mind if I turn off the keys so we can use the key to open the door?
Absolutely. 6'5", name DOD.
I'd like you to take notice of the positioning of the officer here. I'm not a fan of that type of positioning. My critique is obviously from hindsight of 2020, but I've done hundreds and thousands of car stops. And just from a safety perspective, it's much better to be behind that door jam. I'm not quite sure if there's a reason why the officer's standing like that.
First name Brett, last name PV. He advised that he might not be traveling with a license.
One other thing of note, it's very peculiar for him to run the subject right while he's there, because sometimes if a person has warrants, you say they have a warrant, that's when they decide to take off. Again, I don't have all the details as to why he's doing that, but it's not a common practice that I know of.
You having a good night?
So far, so good. Are you guys aware that the vehicle...
Yes, I allowed that to happen.
You allowed that to happen?
Yeah.
Why would you allow that to happen?
Because this is our private conveyance. This has nothing to do with the state any longer.
Okay. Okay.
Letting registration expire, letting tags expire, very common practice. They don't want to contract with the state, DMV, or anything like that. Very, very common to let plates expire.
For me, it's because it costs so much.
Can you just go front to front with the car? Are you sovereign citizen?
No, not a sovereign citizen.
You may not have heard what the officer said to the other officer, but you may have heard the sovereign citizen part, but he said front to front. So meaning have the other officer pull in the front of the subject's vehicle so that he can't take off. Sovereign citizen potentially will take off in the officer's way of thinking.
You're portraying the normal amenities of a sovereign citizen.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
Okay. You understand that having a vehicle that is not registered for more than 6 months is criminal, correct? After the second offense?
I wasn't aware of that, no.
Okay. Well, Brett, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor, go ahead and step out of the vehicle, okay?
What for?
Just go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me. Under Pennsylvania v. Mims, I am requesting you step out of the vehicle, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Pennsylvania v. Mims' case law that dictates that I'm allowed to have you step out of the vehicle, okay? So I'm going to ask you one more time politely to step out of the vehicle, okay?
I would like to speak to a supervisor. Is there one?
Sergeant's right here.
Fantastic.
So go ahead and step out of the vehicle, okay?
Okay, don't.
No, step out of the vehicle.
Out.
Step
I'm
out
asking
of the
you.
Step out.
I'm going to step out.
Step out.
Take your hands off of me,
Step
please.
out. I'm not asking anymore, I'm telling. Step out.
Excuse me.
Step
I will
out
get
of
out.
the vehicle.
I will get out.
Step
but
out of the
I don't
vehicle.
need you.
Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle.
Your hands off me,
It's not that hard.
Officer
Step out.
Clark.
Step out of the vehicle. It's not that hard. Come on. Step
Okay.
out. Step out.
Okay, I'm coming out.
Yep. Step out. Step out. Step out. All the way out. Face the vehicle for me. 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 Place your hands behind your back. Place your hands behind your back.
Excuse
me. Place your hands behind your back.
What are you doing?
Please,
What are you guys doing?
Don't.
Clark.
Please stop trying.
Take it easy.
Why are you...
We're gonna get this. Stop. Comply. I'm complying. I'm complying. Look, grab that handbag. I'm complying.
Why am I being arrested? You gonna tell me why I'm being arrested?
I mean, like, Brett, seriously? You're not being arrested, you're being detained.
Oh, come on.
But you're now being arrested
arresting
for resisting.
me. No, listen. I'm not resisting. I'm compliant.
So there's one thing that I noticed when the other officers were pulling up is that the primary officer chose to engage the subject before the other officers stopped and got out of their cars. Why not just wait till the other officers get there and then do the extraction once they're out of their car? Just because you see them showing up to your scene, why not wait the extra 3-4 seconds for them to actually get out of the car and position themselves?
I'm just confused. It seems a little odd, doesn't it, you guys? What have I done? Nothing?
Step back over here.
Yep. No answers?
Step back right here.
Sure, yeah, I'm here.
Basically, perform.
So he's asking what he did. And there are some specific charges that I know already the officer spoke of, some traffic charges and registration charges that likely are going to be something the officer is discussing. But this is something even bigger. In these jurisdictions, in almost every jurisdiction, there's a thing in police saying being a dumbass in a no dumbass zone. That means that you're doing something incredibly stupid. And around here, we don't play that.
That's it. Yep. And just spread your feet for me.
There we go.
And just lean forward at the waist, okay? Be arms that would poke, stick, hurt in any way, shape, or form. Any knives, guns, drugs, anything like that?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
You're not identifying yourself yet?
He's identified himself.
Under duress.
Correct. Correct, because you're required to identify yourself on a traffic stop.
Right. Oh.
Do you want her to get this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That would be possible. Great.
You been arrested for it?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. Confusion. I mean,
What do you
I don't
mean?
need-
What's confused?
Well-
What are you confused about?
well, I mean, driving isn't it's a commercial endeavor. I'm not out here in commerce. I'm not making money, taking my wife to the store, getting something to eat. I'm just going up there, traveling up there in my private conveyance.
On
You guys
our
are-
public roads?
Well, you're allowed to travel privately on the roads.
You
Absolutely.
have to have a driver's license to do so.
Well,
A valid
only if
driver's
I'm
license.
involved in commerce. I'm not
No, that's
involved
not
in commerce.
true.
Listen, I'm allowed to.
On your own private property, you can drive. This is not your property.
There is a private easement on every road.
Incorrect. So,
No, I'm not correct.
as far as it goes, you're being placed under arrest this evening for resisting without violence and for driving correct. Just step off to the side. We're going to walk to the back seat of this vehicle, okay?
I like that this officer didn't mess around. He nipped it in the bud. He was like, I know what I'm dealing with. This guy's going to jail. I'm not wasting any taxpayers' money, and let's just handle it. But the interesting thing is this guy said he was arrested for it before by his own admission.
Go ahead and have a seat for me.
Damn it.
I'll just hang tight for him for a second.
So he's being taken to jail for that. You need to find arrangements for this vehicle. Start calling around to see who can come get you in the vehicle. Legally, it can't be driven on the road. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, we're going to have to tow the vehicle, okay?
Hey, Clark. Sir. Sir.
I'm not going to give you a Christmas card this year.
Really looking forward to that. Colby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they passed us. I pulled out of the Circle K and they immediately turned down long acres. They knew what they're doing.
This is not a knock on female officers, but officers, if you have long ponytails like that, it is not tactical and it causes you the potential to have danger. Jumping over fences, getting caught in things, getting into fights with other suspects. Put it in a bun, cover it up, doing something else. That is just not a tactical way if you are in a patrol capacity.
You were behind the driver's seat of the vehicle and occupying the driver's seat. Driving in the seat of the vehicle that has the steering wheel is the same thing. And then you are also being placed under arrest for resisting without violence. Okay?
Resisting without violence?
Resisting without violence, correct. I mean, I'll charge you with violence if you prefer.
The suspended, cancel, revoke license, and resisting without violence, those are two legitimately serious charges that are going to cause him some challenges in the future if he continues to behave in this manner. Hopefully, he makes better, wiser choices in the future because he already admitted it would happen to him before. He just didn't learn. When I said in the beginning, pathetic, this guy crumpled like a wet paper bag after the officer mentioned jail, and he's ending up going to jail. If you know someone else that could potentially fall down this horrific rabbit hole, share this video, like and subscribe, and click on the video that's on your screen if you'd like to see more content like this.